As you know, being a good detective is having a good memory and having great deduction skills. And that ain't easy. Remembering every single detail of how things works out, to find that culprit, to solve that mystery. And my goodness, it was a twist. Of course, I knew who it was, but only because I read the manga some time ago. And when I did read the manga, I was still shocked. Like, who is it? Who is under the robe? What's going on? How can I do this? But it was thanks to the help of the peers meeting, of each member of the peers going around and doing what they had to do. From just getting a flower, from talking to everyone, gathering information, even to repairing a wall. It all led to this scene right here. And that happens, believe it or not, where people are just doing random stuff, not even paying attention to the main goal that you're into, and then all of a sudden it's just a coincidence, like, yeah, this happened and stuff. This is how detective work happens sometimes, not all the time. But nonetheless, this was one heck of a twist, especially they were thinking that the person who could be the culprit is someone with high soot volume. So it was between Sarah and Douglas. And that was the main thing until John, who comes freaking late, but he was fixing a wall after all. And he says, well, just because you have high soot volume doesn't mean you can create a phantom. Phantoms aren't created naturally. They have to be created through power, strong amounts of power. So someone whose soot powers we have yet to see were able to do this at the same time. Um, it was trying to find out who was also among the sick. And Emilico pointed out something that, of all the faces, their face was clean. Because when those things get onto you, they dirty your face because they're trying to get in your mouth. But that one person's face was not dirty. Every time we see someone with a soot face, their face is always covered in soot all the time by those nasty little things. But someone's face wasn't clean. I'm like, wait, really? This is when I had to go back in the book and read it at the time to find out whose face it was. But I had to wait until I get a face reveal first. So, of course, they fled the clues. They found the bottle. And it showed them where to go and what time to meet this certain individual. And this individual was just really pointing out Kate, just really calling her out, man. It was a trap. It was different. It wasn't a trap, physical trap. It was a mental trap. She knew this person knew about Kate, knew about Kate's secrets. How she even explained that before they are shadow masters, there are these things called morphs. And when they latch on to a certain human, they begin to mimic that human and its intelligence. So I guess as you explained earlier, that most of the Shadow Masters were in the room didn't knew what it meant to have a single shred of intelligence until they met their living doll. Everyone but Kate. Kate knew. She had memories of her past and knew all kinds of other secrets. Therefore, she was pointing that out to Kate, saying how, oh, you must be manipulating your subjects, not even calling them friends or comrades, but subjects, your followers and stuff. Is it because you don't trust them? You're afraid of how they react? They knew the truth of how cunning you are? Just really calling out Kate, and Kate, you knew how to take it. It's one of the things Kate can't do, which she called out. However, Kate forgets, and our culprit forgets, that John is the main character in his own shonen. When you're the main character in your own shonen, no matter what the person you're interested in does, who gives a damn? I love them for who they are. And that's exactly what John does. But I don't care about that. Kate is Kate. Some Kate. And speaking of love, that scene with poor Patrick, you know, him trying to hide the flower because he wanted Milko to see the flower. He didn't want Milko to find out that he was talking to another chick. You're like, dude, I don't think Milko even thinks about love, man. That's like the furthest thing from her mind. Her mind, she's the other showing protagonist, but there's two of the ones who are very outgoing with goals, and they are interested in a girl that's not interested in them, and there's the one who's fun and having an adventure, but love is far from their mind. Poor Patrick. But anyways, this was a quiet return, man. It was Mary Rose the entire time. Wow. Even using Rosemary, her own living doll, and hurting others get what she wanted. The question is what she wanted. She knows it's truth that the place is not an area of nobles. It is a place of kidnappers. They brainwashed those people outside and chose those kids to come with them to the house. Then they just completely brainwash them, manipulate them, make them lose their memories of their past, and then become living dolls. To the point that you, a human, don't believe you're a human but a living doll, but you bleed and cry and act like a human. Shocker, right? And not to mention, when you think about it, the shower house is pretty freaking big. Like, it's like, even for a mansion, this is humongous. How many rooms are within the shadow house? Like, how big is this place? We really think about it. This place feels like it's big enough to really fit his own little town, his own village. I would say, heck, probably even bigger village, probably just town, for how many people live in there. We're only really seeing the children's wing. We haven't really seen much of the adults' wing area, so we don't know how big that area is too as well. I'm guessing there's more children than adults, but that's all I'm saying. Either way, that was a nice execution. Probably one of the better episodes of the season. Most episodes were good, but this one was just top notch. The suspense of knowing who it is, yelling at the screen saying, "Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?" And then you get like, "Oh, I don't even think about them." So yeah, man. Now the question is, what happens next? We'll have to wait and see for the next chapter called the Final Lesson. So anyways, like that for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, of course. Hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.